Hi guys, it's Joey and this is a new Totem animal spell set inspired by the lady whose birthday it was yesterday and is one of my all-time inspirations here on YouTube. She said horse, so clippity-clop we did. Actually, this is the first spirit totem set where I could have gone one of two ways with it, and I actually had to think about it, like meditate on it. Normally with the spell sets it's like, right, this is the connection, this is how we're going to do it. But this one could have gone two ways. Now, I picked one and we'll discuss that at length. The one I didn't pick is that I could have gone down a water horse path and used water connections. There is a water horse mythical creature within Celtic mythology, but generally speaking the water connections for horses tends to be tied up with the Greek mythology, Neptune in particular, and given that I am on a Celtic path and I didn't feel right doing it that way, and I knew before I even started, very early on, that the horse of course is the horse. Of course, it's Macha, la la la. It's connected with Macha, the sun goddess, the mother aspect of the Morrigan. And it's also connected with, in the Celtic calendar, connected with Ash. I love that name, Ash. I'm weird. Which is connected with masculine energies and fire energies and sun energies. So there was this very much warm, sunshiny energy that I decided to go down the path with regards to the horse collection. And that's why we're using citrine. Now, citrine is one of Macha's stones. It's a beautiful stone for renewing energy. It's the stone I recommend whenever a newbie asks me what stone to work with the very first time they work with something. So I will recommend citrine quite frequently. And all of the herb associations are either associated with Macha herself or have the sun connection. And here's an interesting tidbit, something I learned this week, so I'll share with you all. I'm such a freak. Navajo hunters rubbed a tea of mullein leaf on themselves and their horses for strength before battle. So that was interesting. So there's mullein in there. I'll give you a free hint at one of the herbs. Right, so everything has been imbued with the citrine crystal energies, and it's all come out really, really well, really, really beautiful. Now, the colour I've picked, as you can see, is black. And initially, Macha's main colour is red. And I was sat, and I do have a red one of these left to make things with, but it didn't feel right. It just did not feel right. And the more and more I concentrated, and the more I focused on it, black was the colour for horses. Now, let's consider the imagery. Black Beauty is possibly the most well-known horse, like throughout time, right? There aren't many horses that are as well known as the story of Black Beauty. There's also the energy to consider. Now, Macha is associated with black as well. That's a Morrigan colour, that's fine, with regards to her energies. But when you consider what the colour black means and what it throws up, I mean, to me it's images of Shire horses, okay? Because they're black and white. They are the balance. They are incredibly beautiful horses. And it really goes well with the citrine. It really brings out the light energy of the citrine that's working through all of the little bits and pieces. And it shifts it from purely masculine to a lovely balance, because quite often citrine is seen as a very masculine stone, and some of the ideas behind it could be quite masculine, but it's actually the black actually shifts it, because it sort of lightens everything. It shows off the light side of everything. Does that make sense? And black is powerful, which horses are. It's protective, which horses are. You could also use it in a sort of protecting yourself in a very sort of, you know, like a warlike manner, but not really. So how do I explain? I know. Okay, black is a colour that I would associate with defensive, shield-like magic to protect oneself. And horses are renowned throughout Celtic mythology, particularly in warfare, in the same way. Their strength, their power, their beauty, and they are incredibly beautiful creatures. And quite frequently I can connect to horses quite easily. I don't really have the opportunity to do anymore, but I can if I so desire. So we shall go through the bits one at a time, and I'm very proud of this. I think it came out beautifully. Beautifully. So there's a little black spell cauldron, and we've already discussed black, and so we don't really need to go through that again. And we'll start with the oil, I think. Let's give it a shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Come on, there we go. There are 3 citrine in here, and the 3 main herbs that or is there 4? There's 4. There were 4 for this concoction, and it's a bit unusual to have 4 main herbs. I usually have 3 main herbs and work around that with the others, but this was very definitely had to have 4 main herbs. Very much, I mean, so basically what you can use this for, you could use this for connecting to horse energy or any horse goddess, and let's name some off the top of my head. So Macha is one, Epona is another, Rhiannon is another, and they're all tied in with Celts. I'm a little bit uncertain outside of the Celtic thing, but you know, for anybody really who has that horse connection, but also you can use this for happiness, victory, courage, joy. It's a beautiful thing, and it's for dressing candles, all that sorts of good stuff. Right. Boop. Now this is beautiful. Look at the energy in there, and oh gosh, it's so gorgeous. Now, rose petals are for Macha, and they're something I put in Macha's herbal blends. It's not associated with fire, it's not associated with horses specifically, but it's something I always, always, always include in Macha's blends. And they're very obvious. And then you can see some of the others imbuing away there with citrine. Isn't that pretty? I think this is possibly the most beautiful one so far. So next up is the spell cauldron. We have discussed the black beauty aspect of it. Come on, focus. And there is a citrine up here, just here, absolutely gorgeous. All of these have a very almost rusticy feel, like summer meadow feel, like summer meadows where you can imagine horses running through and all that sort of thing. And I'm really amazed at how well this came out. All the associations line up, etc. So for this one, I had to make a larger spell bottle, and I just knew I had to do it. And I knew what I wanted to do, and it's come out lovely. Absolutely lovely. Right, so there's a little horseshoe charm with the black ribbon tied up the top with the cork pushed in the top, and then this is the bottle itself, and I have to lie it on its side for you to see the whole thing. And the herbs, all of which have been chosen very specifically for different elements that tie in with horse energy, or the feeling I get from the goddess or from Macha herself. it's a lovely, protective, beautiful little combination that has come out incredibly well. I think that looks absolutely lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. So I am thrilled with how that's come out. Let's just line them all up again so you can see the whole set. The whole set. I wouldn't include the crystals, by the way, just because that would skyrocket prices. Plus they're my crystals. I might include one or two if I love you. Right. Shouldn't say that, should I? So that's the whole set again. I was just really pleased. I love the black. I hadn't expected it. I had originally thought I was going to go with red. I didn't want to overstep with the fox thing being red, and I was very umming and ahhing. Red didn't feel right. The black I think looks gorgeous. The sun energy is going through a wonderful. Maha's energies are all up in this, and I love it. I do. I'm really chuffed. So that is a spell kit for connecting with horse totems or horse-related goddesses. Although obviously you don't have to use it for those because the other associations would work as well, but that's the idea behind it. So I hope you enjoyed this video and many blessings.